Hello, everyone. My name is Carrie, and I'm interviewing Sherlock on August 29th, 2020, for the WiC Oral History Project. This interview is being conducted and recorded in a private Discord chat. The recording will be made available for anyone interested on the Black Dragons Discord in the Oral Histories channel. Thank you for joining me today, Sherlock.
Yep, good to be here.
So, I have a question that I ask everybody first. How do you pronounce your in-game name, and why did you choose this name for yourself?
Pretty straightforward. It's Sherlock, and you're the one who made up this nickname for me, so there you go.
What are some of your other names that you've gone by?
Started out Dragoneer, and then to do a joke between Danny and I, it was Lady Catfish for a while. Kind of jokingly trying to get gifts from people after a certain different player got gifts. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. Yeah, Dragoneer, Lady Catfish. Those were the main two.
Okay, all right. Yep, and now you're Sherlock. Intermittently.
Yep, Mr. Sherlock, because that's what you kept calling me.
Well, because you
for
were
a long
so
time,
freaking
and that's what
nosy.
then everyone else started calling me, so it stuck.
Well,
I've been in BDS, so yeah.
Yeah, no, you earned that name. You tried sneaking so hard into that AGL Discord. It was funny.
I mean, it was a joke. I wasn't actually gonna stay in there.
Uh-huh. So, let's talk about when did you first start playing WiC?
Back when I guess it would have been April or May of 2019. I think somewhere in there. Whenever K19 obviously got formed, since that's where it started out, that was my first account. Although I then later found out that I had made an account for a day. I found a different email on K6 or something like that. That I guess I just made the account.
Oh,
Didn't
wow.
do anything, and then a couple weeks later found the game again, and then actually started playing the game. So
Okay.
yeah.
What first got
Really April or May 2019.
Okay. What first got you interested in playing the game?
I guess it was the time around season 8 was wrapping up of the actual TV show. I really enjoyed the TV show. And then just saw the game. Was kind of bored one day. I don't know what I was doing that day, really, to be honest. Was kind of bored that day. Decided to start playing it. Quickly kind of grouped up with a couple different people. Actually, I don't know that any of those people who I initially kind of started hanging out with still play. I got along with them for a while, and then kind of a week or two later met Khan, Zeb, all those guys, and they really helped keep things fun, on a outside the game basis as well.
I gotcha. So, what do you have any other family members or friends offline that play with you?
No.
No?
No one, nah. No one that I know real life. Nope. My wife is completely cannot stand playing video games. She might be the worst video game player I've ever met in my life. I'll play other games with my brothers and stuff like that online, but no one that I know in real life plays this as well.
Okay. So, tell me about your first kingdom.
All right. So First Kingdom was 2019. Don't remember the whole history of that, but essentially I was one of the leaders in FFT for a long time. I know before that we were War or whatever, and I was one of the marquees in that. That I guess was how I met the guy, most of the people I still play with now. All the old FFT guys. Was there for a long time. Got along with other alliances. I guess really I stayed out of most of the inter-alliance stuff. I really am not a big fan of all the Diplo dealing with all the other alliances. Not really a fan of that. But K19 for a long time was really fun. There was always combat. We didn't always get along with KSG for the most part, but at the same time, I enjoyed that level of combat, even though at times it was frustrating, especially because they generally whipped our asses throughout the whole thing. But I mean, I enjoyed it for the challenge that there was in K19.
So the challenge from combat or
Challenge from combat.
okay. So
Again, I stayed out of most of there was there is so many alliances there, and there is so much stuff that like diplomats and stuff with that would do. Again, I tried staying out of that because I am not a very like I'm a very straightforward person and just enjoy the combat a lot more than actually trying to like negotiate things with people.
what about the combat do you enjoy?
Anything that's a challenge. Like I don't enjoy like zeroing people who I can just like one shot zero for the most part. I mean, if someone like really pisses me off, I might go and do that, like go and take someone out just because I'm annoyed with them. But I have a lot more fun like going after people that I know are equal to my strength or stronger than me. Like pretty much, I feel like every KVK, whenever I see the other kingdoms of whale like out and about, I go and just start like find wherever they are and start hitting the members around them so that they'll try and like do something stupid and solo me and pretty much just try and bait them into hitting me.
What do you enjoy about that?
I guess the thrill, the fun, the kind of then laughing at the what were they thinking? I don't know exactly.
The adrenaline.
I just always like find it kind of amusing when someone decides to try and solo me because they are like 4 or 5 times my size, but in reality, it's not a smart decision for them. I don't know.
Okay. I know you're really good with game mechanics. Are you like that in other games, or is this something unique with this?
Yeah, it's pretty much any game. Any game I've always played, I've always like really looked into how everything works. I don't know like what other examples I have, but pretty much like even things in real life, like I've always wanted to know how things work, so that I can like be as good as I possibly can be at that, whether it's in my work or school or in gaming as well, I guess.
So,
Plus, I just always it's just something that like is always interesting for me figuring out how things work. I mean, especially in like a game like this where it's very much pay to win. I always have a really big emphasis on being as like cost efficient and getting the most out of what I have available to me.
Okay. How has your impression of the game changed since the beginning?
I've realized probably not in the best way. Like as I've gotten stronger, I've started to realize, oh yeah, now to really get me stronger at this point, I have to actually like start spending. So all that's kind of annoying because I mean, no one really wants to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, and you're not a whale. You're not a whale.
No.
No. So.
I mean, some people would say so. I wouldn't say not on our kingdom. I'm not. Some people would say, I guess, but no, definitely not on our kingdom. I'm not.
So, you were in FFT. What happened with FFT?
So I wasn't involved in that stuff a lot, but essentially, I saw the new alliances coming to, like, what happened to why we left, or what do you mean? Or why we, like, broke up, or what?
Yeah, all of the above.
Yeah. Okay, so pretty much on K19, again, I stayed out of that Diplo stuff for the most part, but more and more alliances like OBV, CTL, we're coming to K19. We were at River Run. We were kind of the next ones that were going to be giving up a castle just based on the size of people that were coming in. We were kind of there was all the talk about, oh, we're going to be invaded. So more and more stronger alliances were being brought in to help fight off any kind of invasion. And so we were kind of getting pushed out just based on our size. For a long time, we were the like number 2, number 3 alliance in the kingdom. And then just with more and more alliances coming in, we were kind of losing our place in how things were. So we decided we were gonna look elsewhere as far as where to go.
Okay.
And then met up with the SKR, or met the guys in the SKR Alliance on K11, and things with them were pretty good from the start. And eventually went and had merged with them for 3 or 4 months, I think. I don't
Okay.
remember the exact. It was around 3 or 4 months. So yeah, the large majority of us, I think all the leaders and most of the big people in FFT went and left for K11.
Right.
Where we still are now.
So you're on a new kingdom. This is the first time you're on a new kingdom, right?
Yep, I've only been on K19 and K11.
So how is that different for you?
Now it's a lot. I mean, now we're. I mean, obviously other people don't know, but obviously we're with most of the FFT people are with BDS now. It's a lot different in that we're still not like the largest alliance or anything like that, but I feel like it's somewhat similar to how things were. No, I guess it is different. I guess it is pretty different now that I think about it. I mean, we're like the number 2 alliance on K11 still, but like when we were in FFT, we got along with VMO for a long, long time. I know things weren't good at the end there, but VMO tended to have our back whenever we were getting into it with KSG. I don't know. I'm kind of blanking on this. What was the question? Sorry, say the question again.
No, it's all good. So you're on K11 now. You were in SKR.
Yep. Then we left them and went. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So then things kind of fell apart with SKR. Most of the FFT people went to BDS because of some tensions between SKR and BDS. Whereas we kind of pushed you guys to come join us on BDS or come and join us on K11. So now I feel like now there's a decent amount of fighting between SKR and BDS, but it's much more even level for the most part than it was on K19. On K19 it was pretty much just VMO if they really wanted to could just. I mean they didn't go around burning everybody as far as from what I saw when we were there. But VMO kind of always had the potential to burn everyone, so you kind of had to fall in line, whereas here on K11 there's a lot more balance to the level of the top alliances. You have one that's like 14, 15 billion, one that's 12 billion, and one that's 11 billion. So I guess it's a lot different in that regard, in that there's not one alliance that can just dominate everybody if they wanted to.
And you prefer that?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I'm sure it would be great to be in the big alliance and be able to do whatever the hell you wanted to do, but that way, again, I talked about like enjoying the challenge of things. I wouldn't find that very fun if I could just go around burning whoever the heck I wanted to because I could. That just isn't what I would want to do or find fun in the game.
Right. So for you, what is your favorite part of the game and why?
The combat and the events. The events are great in that, I mean, they're fun. I mean, Alliance Conquest especially I particularly like. It's fun. Can really gauge your level of strength versus other people. There's a lot of teamwork in it, which I really enjoy. And then, I mean, it's great not having to really worry about troop deaths and everything like that. Like, I don't mind killing off troops, as you well know, because I kind of tend to suicide
yes.
people at times. But it's nice to be able to like just attempt to do things and not like, if I screw up, I screw up. It's not going to be anything super costly. Like, my one screw up's probably not going to lose the match either single-handedly. But if I can screw up and like learn from those screw ups without it costing me a lot, really. I mean, I also enjoy combat, and that, again, still the same kind of challenge thing. Combat's a lot more fun when you're doing it as a group and doing rallies back and forth. which, I mean, I still enjoy that even with the troop deaths. Like I said, I don't mind losing troops. I'm often the one who's like pushing for people to fight and everything like that. But I think those are the two big things that I really enjoy in this game: is the event, is fighting in like the events, and just general PvP in general.
Okay. So what would you say is your least favorite part of the game, and why?
Diplomacy. It's annoying as hell.
You find yourself doing that quite a bit here on K11.
At what?
You found yourself doing Diplo stuff quite a bit here on K11.
I didn't like it one bit. I tried to quit so many times.
I didn't let you.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for that.
Love you too.
Yep.
You were good at it. You were listened to and you were respected.
That's just because I got along with certain people.
Yeah.
That was really what it was.
Okay.
I did not like doing that at all.
Well, you're off the hook now.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah. So
I don't know how. Yeah, like I mean, I know that people like doing that sort of thing, obviously, but I don't get it. No.
No, I don't know if people like it so much as some people are just more comfortable with it.
Okay.
So
maybe that's what it is.
Like some people are just more social, and so it's potentially easier for them to engage in that kind of thing. But good Diplos usually have to be able to balance their wants and their responses with how the other people are going to interpret it. Mm-hmm. And so it's definitely a little bit like combat. You gotta look at the formation in front of you and decide how is the best way to counter it. Yeah, it's just another form of combat, I guess.
All right. You say so. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I'm putting it in your language because I'm not a combat person like you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess it's a heck of a lot more unpredictable. Like whatever. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Finish
that
thought.
That's my least favorite part of the game. That's it.
All right. So you have been in 4 different. Right? You said war, then FFT.
War and FFT were pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
War. A bunch of the war people left whenever VMO was for whatever they were called initially. I don't know what they were called initially. Whenever they formed, they took people from those 3 big alliances, War, and then the 2 other bigger ones on A19. And then War changed into FF. The people who stayed in War became FFT. Really, that was the same alliance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been in a handful of alliances. We'll just call it that.
Yep. All right.
How has the personalities of the alliance members differed? Has there been a difference, really?
There has been. I've always, throughout those 3 alliances, I've always had my core group of friends. We've all kind of gone from each of those alliances to the next one. So I've always had those few people that I've always hung out with the most and associated with the most. There's always that consistency, I feel like. Obviously in FFT, it was those group of friends that were running things and in charge. Then we went to SKR, where the leader is like really fun, laid back guy who's actually really nice guy, fun guy to talk to, really just laid back guy that you can really talk to, I feel like. And then, geez, what do I say about BDS? I don't know how to do this. I get myself in trouble. No, I'm just kidding. And then came to BDS. I mean, things are kind of the same. I gotta be careful here. I don't know. Again, same thing. It's lots of fun here. Really laid back. there were just very different opinions on what the leadership in like SKR and BDS wanted, I feel like, out of the game.
Okay.
I have to be. I know I'm being very vague in general, but I got to be careful about what I say since you're the leader of BDS.
You're being diplomatic and you don't even know it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. Okay. What do you believe is the key to a successful alliance?
I guess having leaders who are able to like relate and really get along with the members. Obviously, especially depending on the kingdom, like the one we are right now, so that was a very big thing about K19, K11. On K19, there were just so many people, and we kind of ruled this differently in that, or we kind of led things differently in that if someone didn't get in line or like decided to act up and wasn't following rules, you could just immediately kick them and someone else would be there to replace them, because there were just so many people on K19 that like people kind of had to obey the rules and get in line. Whereas on K11, the people want to since if you lose members, it's hard to find new ones. The leaders have to get the members to want to follow them, because you have to keep things fun. You have to keep things fun, but still kind of get the members to still follow and listen to what you want them to do, because otherwise you're going to end up without members in your alliance. That wasn't really the question, but whatever.
No. I told you, follow wherever the thread takes you.
Yep.
So, for you, do you have a proudest moment in the game?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Not without calling certain people out, actually. So I can't do that.
You can be in general if you'd like. You don't have to give specific names.
There was... Nah, I'm going to pass on that one.
Okay. All right.
Certain people will know exactly what I'm talking about if I say it.
It is entirely your call what you want to share here. That is totally fine.
I'm going to pass on that one.
All right, pass taken. Are there people in the game that you admire?
Yeah, really, I'd say just the people that I play a lot with. Again, I try and stay out of getting involved in like things with different kingdoms or like socializing. I know, like, obviously you're really big into socializing with pretty much every kingdom. You have your whole giant Discord and everything, but I try and stay more just with people who I've been with for a long time, who I enjoy playing with. Say I admire them for putting up with my crap. That's pretty admirable, I guess. They haven't booted me out of the alliance or out of certain chats, so that's pretty admirable.
There you go. All right, so instead of proudest, do you have any special moments that you'd like to share?
Like things I regret, or what exactly?
Your choice, what you want to take special to mean. If it's regret, then go with regret.
Special moments?
Yeah. So proudest is different. It's like you overcame something. Special is just it stood out to you in your mind as like, oh, this was a cool moment.
Let's see. Probably. I mean, one of the ones was, I guess, that this was the second KVK on K19 when we went up against. Were you on that kingdom then? With
yeah,
ECL
you're talking about against the K9 one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, because we were stuck between
we knew
both
that we were
kingdoms.
like we could get smashed by ECL and all that, but pretty much came together as a kingdom and just really like gathered to death. I feel like probably just gathered the other kingdom to death to rack up 1 billion points.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. Just going into that, I remember just seeing Aniston and being like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be hi everyone."
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of other special moments.
Okay. And I guess, is there one thing that you would most want people to remember about you?
Let's see. Um, just that I guess that I was ready to fight anytime anyone wanted to. I don't know. I was just always game to do whatever.
So you really like these combat type games. Is this what you gravitate towards?
Um, I played a lot like not. This is really the first like browser type game that I've gotten big into, I guess. But I've always played like other like first person shooters, those sorts of games.
I gotcha. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to share?
Um, nope, not that I can think of.
Okay.
Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time today for this. It's
Everything.
appreciated.